All right, let's get started. Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Leadership and Success Coaching. Obviously, welcome back to YouTube Live. Hey, how are you? You know, I think, we're on different time zones. We've got different people coming in and watching this from different places. So, obviously, from the Philippines, from Indonesia, from Korea, even from London and from UK, and potentially, I think we've got people from India and other parts of the world as well. So, wherever you're watching this from, I hope you learn a lot and I hope you're safe and I hope you're having a good time at home. Over here in Thailand, like I said just now, it was just raining. It's now 8:40 in Thailand, and it's late at night. But I wanted to change the vibe a little bit. Hi, how are you? Because usually I do this in the morning, well, at least in the morning here in Thailand. But I figured that if I change it to the nighttime here in Thailand, it might actually work for some of our friends over in Europe or in the UK, and that might work. And for some of us here in Asia, it's actually the time when people are already at home and maybe they finished dinner. And it's not exactly not too it's not too late. Hey, hi, Jarek. So I hope this time works. I don't know. We can see how it goes, and you can give me some feedback at the end of this live stream. But and just one more thing, it's obviously bedtime, so my daughters are outside. They're supposed to come in here, but I told them just give me half an hour, 40 minutes. So they're sitting outside now. If they get a bit grumpy and you hear some babies crying, that's just them getting ready for bed. But anyways, we'll keep this short and simple as usual. 30 minutes, no more than 40 probably. And we want to get straight into it. Hey, hi, Pierre. So today I'm going to talk about something that's really, really common, a common phenomenon, a common question that I think all of us will face. I'm sure you faced it before. I definitely have had many moments in my life or many situations in the past where I've had to deal with these issues. And in my process of building a team, running a business or just leading people, I've had lots and lots of people come up to me and ask me the exact same questions, which is, hey, Chee Wai, there are times when, I put in so much effort. I want to do something. I want to achieve my goal. I want to, I'm aiming for a result. And whether you don't get it, you can't get the result you want, or you can't get there fast enough, or there are circumstances that are now preventing you, or you've gone backwards or even further back from where you were when you first set the goal. Sometimes it creates disappointments. People get really upset, people get frustrated, people, you know, to some extent, maybe even angry. And so they ask me, so they say, hey, Chee Wai, in the last 16, 17 years of you running businesses, I'm sure you've had to deal with these feelings. What do you do when you feel disappointed? How do you deal with pressure, stress, or frustration? And that's exactly what I want to talk about today. So today's topic is how to deal with disappointments, frustration, uh, stress, and pressure. Okay. And just very quickly, I think those of you that are watching this channel, you already know where to find me on social media. So I look forward to connecting with y'all. If you've not connected yet, you can find me on Instagram or Facebook or obviously YouTube Live here. I've got lots of videos that will be releasing soon. Okay, let's get straight into it. The first thing I think here's the interesting thing that I've realized that with regards to disappointment, the feeling of I'm disappointed, I'm really upset. With regards to disappointment, here's the first thing that you will want to know. Let me see. Okay. Results don't disappoint. Your expectations disappoint. By the way, are you guys seeing this correctly, or is this like a mirror image for you guys? I think people have told me before that they can read it, or some people have told me that it's a mirror image. I don't know. It's inverted. Yeah, I don't know how to fix that, man. Previously, it wasn't. God, let me see. You know what? You guys are so intelligent. You figure it out. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I don't know why that is, but Yeah. Okay. What do I mean by that? Now, let me tell you what I mean by that. Let me give you an example. Um, let's say you're in a relationship, whether that's your boyfriend or girlfriend or husband or wife, right? Or maybe your mom and dad, right? And you told them that you were gonna come home and have dinner at 6. You say, hey, boyfriend, hey, girlfriend, mom, dad, wife, husband. You say, hey, tomorrow I'll be home at 6 and we'll have dinner together. All right. So you told them that. And then you come back at 8. So you come home at 8 p.m. instead. How do they feel? How would they feel when you told them that you'll be home at 6, but actually you came home at 8 instead? I'll let you guys sink in for a while. I know it takes time to type, but I think we all know the answer. You should use the review. Yeah, I know. But anyways, I'll try to figure out next time. Thank you. Um, this is how they feel. Disappointed. They'll be like, hey, you told me 6 o'clock, but then you come on at 8. Like, what's going on? Like, what is this? Oh, that's not good. Right? That's normal. That's what happens. You tell people you'll be home at 6, and then you come on at 8. People get disappointed. Now, check this out. What if you didn't tell them you'll be home at 6? Or what if you told them that you'll be home at 9, but actually you came home at 8 instead? What if you told them, you say, hey, I don't know what time I'll be home, but I'll probably be quite late. And then you come home at 8, which is not quite late for them because they were thinking maybe it was 10 or 11. Or you told them you'd be home at 9, but you came home at 8 instead. How would they feel? Yeah, probably not disappointed, normal, okay, or less disappointed. But why is that so? Because in both the examples that I've given you, you came home at 8. So in both examples, you came home at 8. Mirror, yeah. So what I'm trying to explain, thank you. What I'm trying to explain is this. You realize the problem of the disappointment with your boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, mom, dad, it's not what time you came home. It's not 8 o'clock. The problem is not 8 o'clock. The problem is what time they expected you to be home. So if you always came home at 6, so let's say you're the kind of person that you're always home at 6, you always have dinner with your mom and dad, or boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, right? Like always. But today, you told them that you'll be home, say midnight. Right? Hey, tonight I gotta work late. I'll be home at midnight. But you came home at 8. Usually it's 6, but tonight you came home at 8. They won't be disappointed. They'll be happy. Because why? Because results don't disappoint. It's the expectations of what the result is that disappoint. So now let's just analyze that for a while. What that means is, if you're in sales, or whether you're in team building, or whether you're trying to achieve a goal, the problem is not you not achieving the goal. The problem is not the sales that you're not getting. The problem is not the results, whether it's weight loss or it's fitness or it's money or it's something that you're trying to achieve. That's never really the problem. The problem has always been the expectation. Oh, I wanted or I expected to get it this year. I expected to make $1 million this year. I expected to achieve this result by end of this month. I expected my person, my friend, my boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife to do that. I expected that. And because I expected A and they gave me B or I achieved B, now I'm disappointed. I'm upset. So I just want everybody to have a think about that. The problem is never the result. The problem is not B. The problem is you expected A. What does that mean? How do we deal with that? I'll come to that later. Number two, just there are a few key points, keywords here. It's just frustration. I want to talk about frustration really quickly. So frustration is also connected to your expectations. Okay, again, I'll talk about that later on. And also lack of patience. I say that because I've experienced it myself. Like, you see, because I'm sure a lot of you on this video, if you're watching this video, you're ambitious, you're hungry, you're hungry for success. You want to learn, you want to move, you want to do something better or bigger with your life. And so if you're like me, I'm the same, right? I put in 100%. I put in all my time and effort into doing something. And sometimes when I don't get what I want, I get frustrated. And I think over the years, I've learned that sometimes frustration comes from lack of patience, right? Because again, connected to expectation, I just expected it to be, maybe in 6 months' time. Like I wanted to lose weight in an unrealistic amount of time, like, maybe 6 months, or 3 months. I want to see results. Or I want to build my team in this amount of time, or I want to be good at sales. Let's say, some of you on this video, you might be new to sales. You've never done sales before. You've never built a team, or never been in a leadership role before. And this is the first time, right? This is the first time you're doing sales. This is the first time in your life that you're leading people, you're managing your business. And you actually expect to do well in 6 months, a year, which is not possible. In reality, in the real world, people don't get good at these kind of things in 6 months or a year. Sometimes it takes much more than that. So frustration a lot of times comes from, the lack of patience, having unrealistic timelines. Okay. Point number three, again, I'll talk about how to deal with all that at the end. Again, it's just stress. Now, I don't know how many of you have this problem. Some of you do, some of you don't. If you're more experienced, maybe you no longer have this. But when I was younger, this is what I faced. Stress is very interesting. Like, I sometimes I still have that because, and then you learn, you realize that stress comes not from the problem. The stress is not caused by the problem. Let me give you an example. Let's say you lost your wallet, right? Or let's say you lost your whole bag. So for a lady, if you're watching this video, maybe it's your whole handbag. Let's say you lost your whole handbag, right? So inside is your phone, your wallet, your credit card, your ID, your ATM, your all of that. And for the guys, maybe it's just one of your backpacks. So you lost all that stuff. So is that a problem? Yeah. I mean, in today's time and age, if we lose our phone, it's like shit. It's bad, right? It's first of all, it's expensive. Obviously, for some of you, iPhone, latest Samsung, whatever, that's like $1,000. So that's that's one, money. And some of you with expensive bags, wallets, and stuff, that's another one. Not to mention all the trouble of making police reports, getting a new ID, taking a photo, calling the bank to cancel a credit card, blah blah blah. It's a lot of work. But is that the source of your stress? It's not. It's look. Here's what I say to people. I say, "Oh, you've lost your bag, so you've lost your wallet, you've lost your phone. Now it's easier." Then I say, "Hey, you don't have to be stressed about it. Just move on. Get a new phone, get a new wallet. Move on with your day, whatever your day is, right? There's no need to get really upset. There's no need to spoil your day. But for some people, they can't do that. They go like, oh, I lost my wallet. Oh my God. And then there's this and I have that. Oh my God. And today's a bad day. And then they just pile on the problems. So if you look at this, right, it's overthinking a certain problem and piling problems on top of each other. That's when stress kicks in. When actually, if you look in isolation of each problem, problem A is problem A, problem B is B, C is C, D is D. It's when you start to put them together. Oh, I have A, and then now and then it's B, and then it's C. So, for example, you go like, the last few weeks my sales was not very good, and now I lost my wallet too. Oh my God! Now you see, so you got A, and then you put B together, right? Or it could be last week I had a problem with my boyfriend or girlfriend, and then this week in my work I'm having these issues and my boss is putting pressure on me, or my team is having this problem. Oh my God. So you got problem A, and then you pile them onto problem B, when actually these are just separate issues. Or in fact, these are just issues that happen all the time, but you choose to think about the problem and let it affect you continuously, even though the problem happened last week or happened yesterday or happened 2 hours ago. So you just you kept thinking about a problem and you kept piling on the problem. So that's stress. And of course, number four, Again, these are all very similar stuff, which is pressure. Um, you know, pressure to deliver results, pressure to be a good leader, pressure to be a good boyfriend, girlfriend, pressure to your kids, to be a good parent, pressure, to bring money home to feed your family, pressure, pressure, pressure. But come on, let's face it, there's pressure everywhere in every job. Whatever your salary is, whatever money you make, whatever position, whatever age you're at, whatever your results are, you think some people say that they make very little money, they don't make enough money, they have pressure. But you think the people that make a lot of money, they have no pressure? You know what I mean? You think the people that hope that let's say if you're the vice president of Google and you make a lot of money, you think you have no pressure? You know what I mean? If you are the prime minister or the president of whatever country, you think you have no pressure? If you're the CEO of Amazon, you have no pressure? If you're a banker and you make a lot of money, you have no pressure? Pressure is everywhere. Pressure is in every job, whatever your position, whatever your salary, whatever your role is. You, you know what I mean? So I think it's everybody's got their problems. Everybody's got their own, I suppose, pressure, but it's your choice of how you deal with it. And one of the things I said here is, you need pressure to succeed. Pressure is good. Again, like I said, I'm going to talk about how to deal with it. So let's get to that. So how should you deal with it? I don't want to come on this video and just talk about all the problems which you already know. I want to give you some practical steps that you could probably or potentially apply and help yourself, right? Okay. The first thing that you have to do to deal with pressure, frustration, disappointment, expectations, all that kind of stuff. I'm about to tell you something, but I hope it's not too abstract. I hope it's not too um, weird, if that makes sense. Aim high, but at all times you're prepared for the worst. Right? Aim high, but prepared for the worst. Um, every time I say this to people go like, "I don't understand what you mean." You know what? I also I don't really know how I can. Hey, how to really translate that to you guys? I mean, just again, if you go back to what I talked about at the very beginning, it's not the results, right? Remember, the results is not the source of your frustration or the source of your disappointment, right? Don't blame the results. It's the expectations. It's the expectations of once you understand this, it's the expectation of your family, it's the expectation of your boss, the expectation of yourself. It's the expectation of of whatever, right? That caused the disappointment. It's the expectation of your training, it's the expectation of your team. So So what you want to do is for your own personal success, right? For you to manage your own disappointment. If you are the kind that gets disappointed or emotionally fragile, very easy, you're quite emotionally fragile. What you want to do is you want to tell yourself, hey, you know what? I'm gonna aim high. Like you don't want to say because what some people do is they say, oh, you know what? Then maybe I'll aim low. Maybe I'll just be like, just set my goal a bit low, just make it really realistic so that I'm so confident, I'm sure I'm going to achieve it. But that's not how it works. That's not right, right? You want to aim high, but at the same time, you tell yourself to say, hey, if I don't achieve that, I'm not going to kill myself. You know what I mean? I'm not going to beat myself up. I'm not going to go like, oh my God, this is the end of the world. Like, oh, what the hell? Like, what the hell is wrong? Like, why is it not happening? Why is it like that? I'm so slow, I'm so stupid. Whatever you're telling yourself, right? You want to tell yourself that I really, really want to aim for that. That's something I really want to do. That's something I really want to achieve. But if I cannot get there by this time, I'm not going to kill myself. I'm not going to beat myself up. Why? Why does Chee Wai say that? Because if you keep, look, if you set your goals high and you continue to move towards your goal, the fact is you may not get there at the time that you say you want. Maybe it's this year, maybe it's next year, maybe it's by the end of 2020, right? Whatever. But maybe you get there 2021. Maybe you get there 2022. So maybe you don't get it this year. Maybe you get it in 2 years' time. Maybe you get it in 3 years' time. So maybe if you just don't give up and don't be frustrated and don't beat yourself up and you just continue to have faith and you keep going, pursuing that goal, whatever or that is that you have, then you might get there, but just maybe later. So you missed your goal, your time frame, by a year, by 2 years. There are a lot of goals that I've set in my life that I said I want to get it by this year, next year, 1 year, 2 years, and I missed it. But eventually, when I look back in my life, I've achieved a lot of what I said I was going to achieve. A lot, like maybe even 95% of everything I wrote when I was like 25 years old. But did I achieve it exactly on the dates that I said I was going to achieve it? No. Some I missed it by a couple of months. Some I missed it. Hey, some I missed it by a year, and some I missed it by 5 years, 6 years. But it never stopped me, you know, from continuing to move. So that's one, right? You might eventually hit it, but just maybe later. Two, even if you don't hit it at all, you'll be closer. You'll be way closer or way better or way more in front than where you are now. So there's no real need to be disappointed or upset or frustrated because the goal was not just so that you could get there, right? It's about making progress. It's about moving forward. So let me put it this way. You say you want to lose 5 kilos by the end of this year. So you got 4 months, right? I want to lose 5 kilos by the end of this year. So let's say by the end of this year, you don't achieve your 5 kilos. Should you be frustrated? Should you be angry? Hey, how's it going? Should you be frustrated, angry with yourself? Sure, you should probably tell yourself, hey, you know what? It's a goal that I set. I didn't hit it. That's not good. But hey, if you've lost 3 kilos, that's better than where you are now. You know what I mean? So the key to having a goal, the key to setting yourself aiming high was to drive yourself so that you keep yourself moving forward. It's not just about hitting it. It's not always about absolutely hitting exactly what you said you were going to achieve. Although that is definitely something that is good to do. So aim high, but prepare for the worst. Okay. The second thing I want to talk about again, how do you deal with it? How do you deal with disappointments, failures, frustration? Is this that you must make sure that you do not focus on the limitations, but you focus on the possibilities instead. Don't focus on the past, focus on the future. Okay, so this is an important one, right? The reason people get disappointed, upset, frustrated, emotionally um, uh, 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 emotional. I don't want to say emotionally unstable, but emotionally just depressed, right? Is because they focus on the black ones here. Look at it. Look at it. Limitations. Oh, I couldn't do that. I can't do that. I don't have that skill. I've not done that before. It's difficult. It's not. It's no one's done it before. No one can teach me. I don't have access to this. It's just all the limitations. You focus on all the reasons why it's difficult, why it's not possible. And you know what? In life, if you want to focus on everything that is limitation, right? Everything that is wrong, you can. You can find 100 other things to justify why you will not succeed. I don't have enough education. I'm not smart enough. I'm too old. I have never done this before. This is too difficult. Lots of people have done it already, and I'm too late. Um, I have kids. I have no money. I have no time. My health is not good. Look, you can have a million reasons. And you know what? You are right. And it's true. If you choose to focus on all the roadblocks and everything that's going to stop you, you are right. It will stop you. But that's not why I'm here. That's not what why we're watching this video, right? That's not why you're watching this video. You want to focus on the possibilities. What is possible? People have done it before. I still have time. I might be late, but I'm there. It's not the end. You know, I can learn. I can try. I have nothing to lose. You know, some people say I have no money. Well, you can look the opposite of I have no money is I have nothing to lose. You know, just so focus on the possibilities, not not the limitation. Some people focus on the past. Last week, last month, or last week was a slow week. You know, last month my business didn't do very well. Last year was a bad year. You know, the thing is this. You know, just like last week was a bad week, this week could be a good week. Just like last year was a bad year, this year could be a good year. You know, just because last year was a bad year, this year doesn't have to be a bad year, right? Just because last week was bad, this week doesn't have to be bad. Just because yesterday was raining doesn't mean today will be raining. Although in Thailand it was. You know what I mean? You see, you understand what I'm trying to say? So the past absolutely does not represent the future unless you allow it to. The past absolutely does not represent the future unless you mentally allow it to become your future. See what I mean? Okay, next point, be calm, breathe, and focus on solutions. Very similar to, past, future, possibility. Just focus on solutions, right? Every time you face a problem, every time you hit an obstacle, a roadblock, you're facing a challenge, every time you feel that you are not getting what you want, or the results, you're not at the level where you feel like you need to be, and you're getting frustrated, you're getting angry, you're getting stressed out, whatever, right? Every time you experience those emotions, stop and refer to this slide by Chee Wai with the reverse, right? And say solutions. What are my solutions? What are the possibilities? Don't think about the problem. Don't think about, oh my God, the problem is this, and then it is this, and last month was like that. Oh my God. Stop that. Go straight to the solution. What's the solution? What can you do about it? There is always a solution. It may not be easy, but there is always a solution. And the last thing I just want to quickly touch on is, for whoa, whoa, hang on. Just anyways, my my slide's gone. 1 second. Oh, there you go. The last thing I want to talk about is just setting goals versus achieving results. Just touch on that a little bit. Because while I'm here trying to explain to you that results, it's not the problem, it's your expectation, it's the way you think, it's it's how you approach the situation. Don't get angry with your results. Don't get angry if you're not doing the sales that you want, that you're not making the money that you want, or you're not having the life that you want. The results not the problem. The results, the problem is the way with your expectations. But also at the same time, I want to talk about just setting goals and achieving results. So these are two very interesting areas where you actually need to practice your skills on. And this video is not about this, but I just want to briefly touch on it because it's too deep and it will take a long time. Making sure that you set yourself the right goal is a skill in itself. Is something that's important. And what is the right goal? Smart, specific, measurable, actionable, so on and so forth. But making sure that it's big enough where you actually wake up excited, where it gets you sort of nervous, a little bit nervous, like oh no, I don't know if I could. oh my God, this is a little bit big. I don't know if I can do that. So the right way to set a goal is it needs to be big enough for you to feel nervous, for you to feel unsure if you could do it, but not unrealistic to the point it's it's unrealistic. Where you actually don't bother, where you just go, I'm just gonna do this, I want that, it's my big goals. I'll just, set massive, crazy, ridiculous goals. Again, nothing's too big in life, nothing's too ridiculous. I mean, people have changed their lives in all ways. So nothing's really too big. But I think you know what I mean. You don't want to set a goal that is too big and too far to the point where you no longer care. But you also don't want to set it where it's so realistic, where it's definitely easy, where it's like, you're not really nervous and you're not pumped about it. So the right level is just about out of your comfort zone when you actually get a bit nervous, where you go like, oh, I don't know if I can do that. But I really want it. I think I can, but I'm not 100% sure. That is just about the right level. Just outside your comfort zone. Just outside the line or the number or the area. Hey, how you doing? Where you can get it done. That is the right level where you set the goal. Okay? The second thing is achieving results. There are people that can set a lot of goals and have lots of goals, but they never achieve anything. Then you come into this video, you say, yeah, but Chee Wai says, the problem is not the results. It's not about achieving results, it's about managing expectations. That's true. But if you want to succeed in life, you also have to make sure that you've got enough skills to achieve your results. What I mean, what does Chee Wai mean by that? What I mean by that is, let's say you've written down 10 different things. You say, okay, I want to do this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Whatever that is, whether it's a career goal, financial goal, life goal, health goal, relationship goal, whatever that is, right? Let's say you've set yourself 10 goals. What you want to do is you want to make sure that you actually hit some of them. You don't expect to hit everything or hit everything straight away, but if you're hitting like nothing, right? Or you hit like 1 out of 10 all the time, and then you set another 10, and then you hit 1, and then you set another 10, and you hit 1. Like you're constantly not hitting your goals. You're either setting your goals ridiculously far away or impossible to achieve, or something's wrong with you because maybe you just don't mean what you say. You just don't care about getting things done, and you don't mean to achieve something. You don't mean to do what you said you want to do, and you just write it down, and you never really put in the commitment or effort or the decision to get things done. So you want to evaluate and say, hey, again, if you're watching this video, you're probably, again, an ambitious individual trying to achieve your goal, trying to change your life. So you will be faced with this. Is there something wrong with my goal? Or is it something wrong with the way I work and I'm not achieving the results? Because it could be A or B, right? Maybe the way you set your goal is wrong. Maybe you're setting the right goal, but just the way you work is wrong. And maybe you're not putting in enough effort. Maybe you're not putting in enough dedication. Maybe you're not pushing yourself hard enough. Or maybe you are giving yourself too much excuses, and maybe you're afraid of stepping into the unknown or doing things that you're not familiar with. You're afraid that you've got comfort zone. And like I said, these are two big topics that maybe I'll cover in a different video. But just have a think about this. If you're missing your targets, you're not achieving a lot of things that you want in life. Look at these two and ask yourself, which area am I making a mistake? Is it my goal setting problem, or is it my actions results problem? And you can fix one of those. Then you get it. You get what you want. Okay. Well, everybody, as always, I think we've come to the end. So I hope this video benefited y'all. And if you want to share this link on Facebook, on Instagram, on whatever, feel free to do it. It will be recorded and uploaded onto the channel straight away after this. Hey, thank you very much. And for those of you that are tuning in from Asia, I probably should say good night to all of you. And if you're tuning in thank you. If you're tuning in from Europe or different parts of the world, I hope you have a fantastic afternoon. And as always, I keep these videos short and simple. Once you've watched this, or if your people have watched this, or your friends or your team or whatever have watched this, just tell me what you think. Leave some comments, and if you personally have experienced any one of these situations, or you feel that this video helped you, just let me know, and there'll be more videos coming soon. So, and we'll be doing other live topics soon. So, good night, everybody. Take care. Good night. Good night, everyone. Hey, let me write down in the comment section. Let me know if the timing works for you guys. Yeah, if you guys just could let me know if the timing works for you guys. Take care.